For thousands of years, secret societies and religious institutions have systematically suppressed knowledge about astral projection. This isn't accidental, it's deliberate. Ancient texts from Egypt, Sumeria, and Atlantis all contain detailed instructions for conscious out-of-body experiences. These texts were either destroyed, hidden, or rewritten to remove the most powerful techniques. The Vatican's secret archives contain scrolls dating back to 3000 BC that describe precise methods for astral travel, but these are locked away from public view. Even today, mainstream science dismisses astral projection as fantasy or hallucination, despite mounting evidence from quantum physics and consciousness studies. The Nag Hammadi Library, discovered in 1945, contained Gnostic texts describing precise astral navigation techniques, but these were immediately seized and classified. Even the Dead Sea Scrolls have missing fragment sections that specifically dealt with consciousness expansion, were removed before publication. Your pineal gland, often called the third eye, is not just a spiritual concept. It's a biological receptor for higher dimensional awareness. Through fluoridated water, processed foods, and electromagnetic pollution, modern society systematically calcifies and deactivates this natural gateway. The pineal gland produces DMT, the spirit molecule, which facilitates transcendental experiences. But constant exposure to artificial light, especially blue light from screens, disrupts melatonin production and pineal function. This isn't accidental either. There are patents for pineal gland inhibitors dating back to the 1970s. They know exactly what they're doing. Research from Dr. Rick Strassman at the University of New Mexico demonstrated that the pineal gland naturally produces DMT during birth, death, and near-death experiences, key moments of consciousness transition. But what about during meditation or astral projection? The research was defunded, and Strassman was pressured to abandon his work. Earth operates on a specific vibrational frequency that keeps consciousness trapped in physical reality. This isn't metaphysical speculation, it's measurable science. The Schumann resonance, Earth's natural electromagnetic frequency, acts as a carrier wave for consciousness. But artificial frequencies from cell towers, Wi-Fi, and 5G networks create interference patterns that disrupt natural astral access points. Ancient sacred sites were built on ley lines, natural energy grids that facilitate dimensional shifting. Many of these sites have been deliberately built over or energetically neutralized. The Great Pyramid of Giza, Stonehenge, Machu Picchu, all were designed as astral portals, now rendered inert. The most dangerous secret: what happens when you don't return properly? There are entities that wait at the threshold between dimensions. Some call them archons, others call them gridkeepers. Their purpose is to harvest the energy of untrained projectors. Without proper protection and return protocols, you can become disconnected from your physical body, leading to what's medically called psychotic break, but is actually dimensional displacement. Ancient mystery schools taught specific return sequences, visualizing a silver cord, repeating personal mantras, grounding techniques. These weren't superstitions, they were survival protocols for interdimensional travel. Every time you successfully project, there's a systematic memory wipe upon return. You only remember fragments, dreams, déjà vu, strange coincidences. This isn't a biological limitation, it's an imposed filter. The transition between dimensions creates an amnesic barrier, reinforced by the vibrational difference between astral and physical reality. Certain substances can temporarily bypass this filter: specific herbs, minerals, and sound frequencies. The Egyptian Book of the Dead wasn't about death, it was a manual for remembering astral journeys. Each chapter contains frequency codes that, when vocalized properly, unlock memory access. Time doesn't work the same in the astral realm. Minutes here can be days there. They use this to their advantage, keeping you disoriented and unable to map the terrain. What feels like a brief meditation might be weeks of exploration in astral time. This temporal dislocation is why most people dismiss their experiences as dreams, but trained projectors learn to navigate time gradients. Certain crystals, like moldavite and phenacite, act as temporal anchors. Specific brainwave states, particularly the gamma range above 40 Hz, create temporal stability. The Monroe Institute's HemiSync technology was originally developed for time-coherent astral navigation. Your most profound spiritual experiences aren't just personal, they are being harvested. Every moment of expanded consciousness, every glimpse of higher dimensions, generates specific energy signatures. These signatures are collected and used to power systems you can't comprehend. Think of it as spiritual cryptocurrency. Your awakening becomes someone else's fuel. This is why genuine teachers are suppressed while false gurus are promoted. The New Age movement wasn't an accident, it was designed to dilute and commodify real knowledge. Every best-selling spiritual book, every viral meditation app, is part of the harvesting mechanism. There is a way out, but it requires complete paradigm shift. First, physical detoxification, removing fluoride, heavy metals, and EMF exposure. Second, pineal activation through specific light, sound, and magnetic frequencies. Third, building a coherent energy body through Qigong, Pranayama, and Merkaba meditation. Fourth, establishing multiple anchor points across dimensions using sigils, crystals, and intention grids. Fifth, joining with others doing the same work. Group consciousness creates resonance fields that override the suppression matrix. This isn't about escaping Earth, it's about reclaiming your multidimensional birthright.